Watermelon is a favorite fruit of kids and adults alike, but we don't always need to eat it the same way, and there's a lot of options, a lot of things you can do with it. Some of them, take a thin slice and replace the tomato on a sandwich, for instance, are fairly easy. What I'm going to do today is a little bit beyond what most of us would associate with watermelon. I'm going to make something called hot sweet watermelon, and the hot is going to come from peppercorns. So I have about 3/4 of a teaspoon of peppercorns, and I'm going to use a mortar and pestle to crush them. If you don't have one of these, you can use a heavy skillet. Just put them onto a cutting board, and you can see why I don't do it that way. And use a heavy skillet and just kind of crush them by putting it down on that. You're going to get them fairly finely chopped or crushed. But if you don't even want to do that part of it, you can just go to the market and buy restaurant-style pepper or just very large crushed. You can usually see through the containers, you can see that. I've got a few yet that I'd still like to see go down. Oklahoma is one of probably the worst state in eating produce, so anything we can do to entice people back to the table as far as produce is concerned is real important. In fact, we're 50th in the number of people who actually meet the 5 servings a day. And since then, the USDA and the people who in the know that make these decisions have changed it from 5 a day to balance it more with your activity, your gender, and your age. So most of us actually need to eat more than that, so we're even worse off. But what we're going to do now, I've got about 6 cups of watermelon in there. I'm going to combine our crushed pepper and just mixed it with about 1½ teaspoons of fresh mint. So that's going to pull out the sweet flavor of the watermelon. I'm using a seedless watermelon because it's a little bit easier for people to eat it that way, but if you're growing the ones with seeds in them, you can either take your time to get the seeds out, or you can just go ahead and give that challenge to folks when they reach the table. We're simply going to stir these together. So we have that hot pepper, the mint that will remind us that it's sweet melon, and the sweetness of the melon itself, and that's all there is to it. I'm going to put this into a nice glass and have it ready to serve, and garnish it with a little bit more fresh mint. And if you're growing fresh mint in your garden, this makes it all the better. You have something that's really pretty, really flavorful, extremely good for you, because watermelon is full of phytochemicals, as are most types of produce. So I think this is something that you may find thinking, why would she do that? But if you actually try it, I think you're going to enjoy it. It's hot, sweet watermelon. For Oklahoma Gardening, this is Barbara Brown.